Hello, I'm Executive Chef Joseph Schultze. Welcome to our kitchen. Today I'd like to share with you my recipe for a salmon cake. Salmon cakes are a great way to utilize leftover salmon or even scrap pieces from the belly or the tail or the end of the fillet when you get up towards where the gills are, towards the head. There are several different ways to do this. I have smoked the salmon and done it. I've grilled it, seared and pan roasted it. Today we're going to be poaching it. So join me now and I will show you how the poaching process works and how easy it is to make some wonderful salmon cakes. Well, here we have our court bouillon coming up to temperature. Right now it's about 145 degrees Fahrenheit. We don't want to go much warmer than that. I'll then put in my pieces of salmon. And what you want to do is you want to cook this gently. We don't want it to boil. We're in no hurry to prepare this. Just want it to slowly cook, take on as much flavor as it possibly can. And then I like to top it with a parchment raft to help minimize the evaporation. So in my court bouillon, I have 1 cup of water, 1.5 cups of dry white wine, half a cup of lemon juice, about 1 tablespoon of garlic minced, 1 bay leaf, a tablespoon or so of dill, a tablespoon or so of fresh parsley. I will use about 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and then maybe 1.5 tablespoons of kosher salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of red chili flakes. So we want this at a low temperature, maintaining around, again, about 140 degrees Fahrenheit. And we will poach this until it's done. Now we have our salmon, and it was cooked well done. It took about 20-25 minutes. So what I did was I put it onto a plate and into the refrigerator to cool a little bit, slightly, just so you can handle it a little better. And I crumble it a little. I don't like to bust it up too much, then it just kind of gets mushy. So now that we have it in a bowl, it's about 1.25 pounds. I will then add 1.5 tablespoons of Old Bay. I will add 4 scallions sliced thinly and about 2 tablespoons of fresh dill. Give it a quick turn, being careful not to bust it up. Let's add about 1/2 cup of Panko breadcrumbs. We'll add our mayonnaise. I have about 1/4 cup. I have 2 tablespoons of whole grain, 1 tablespoon of whole grain mustard and 2 tablespoons of Dijon. That there. Add our 1 egg. Now use our ring mold. Gently press down on there, get your nice shape. Slide your ring up. Repeat with the remaining pieces. Now, I like to go to the refrigerator and chill them a little bit, and then we will saute them or sear them in a non-stick pan with some oil. Now I have a non-stick pan preheated with a little non-stick spray. I'll then gently turn my salmon cakes into the pan. Now we are ready to flip. Gently toss them over, and when they're ready, get nice golden or brown on the other side. Take them down another 4 or 5 minutes or so. We'll then remove them to a wire rack and then put it into a preheated oven, 375 degrees, for about 10 to 15 minutes. Well, there you have it. Salmon cakes a la Joey. Serving them, maybe with a mini side salad or just on top of a salad, using it as your protein. There are other ways to do this. Sometimes if I want to keep it gluten-free, I will use mashed potatoes instead of the egg and the breadcrumbs. Helps with being, pescatarian, as well as keeping it gluten-free. Those are some good options for you. Sauces for it, I recommend a nice remoulade or a nice Dijon and white wine sauce with some dill, even a homemade tartar sauce. Please feel free to insert some comments below. The recipe will follow. And as always, thank you very much for joining me. Jó étvágyat!